Welcome back to New Rockstars. This is The Boys Underground, where we break down and chat about Amazon's darkest, horrific, live-action superhero show. I'm Jessica Clemens, here with Erik.
Hey, everybody.
Hey, baby. Today was the finale. We finally did it. The finale of season 3 was emotional. We had murder, violence, cum jokes, and complete betrayal, if I say so myself. Shout out to my buddy Logan on writing the finale, but I also just want to know, whose team did you leave on? Because...
Team Huey and Starlight. I ship them so hard. They're beautiful. I love that couple.
The amount of times they break up They
didn't break up. They was fighting. They was beefing.
Every time.
And they resolved it.
The amount of times they beef is enough for me to be like, maybe you guys aren't good for each other.
Or that's a real ass relationship.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, every relationship is fighting. If you're not fighting, you're not in a real relationship.
Yep, so you don't really care.
Oh God, that's how you know. That's how you know. I'm completely, fully Team Maeve. Maeve wasn't, she's in like 4 episodes, but I kill the kid.
They should have killed the kid.
They should have killed the kid. Or just knocked him out. Knocked him out a little bit harder so he was asleep the entire time while you guys kill Homelander.
I mean, Soldier Boy tried.
Soldier Boy did try.
And then Butcher and Homelander had to get in the way.
He just had to step in the way.
And protect the child. Boo-hoo.
Boo-hoo. Let's get into this recap so we can get really into why I'm so mad. So... Now that Homelander knows his biological father, he's become emotional and irrational. Thanks to Victoria Newman, he goes back to Ryan in an emotional plea of family and gets Ryan on his side. As people are now choosing between Team Homelander and Team Starlight, Ashley and the Deep knock out Maeve with some gas and try to transport her to a new location. But bad news bears when she wakes up and kills everyone in the transporter van and runs free. Frenchie and Mother's Milk are having a heart-to-heart over Frenchie getting the nerve gas, while Butcher just knocked out Huey in a gas station and left him in the restroom rather than taking him with Soldier Boy to get more Compound V. His weird way of trying to protect him, I guess. Honestly,
it kind of worked. It tracks for Butcher.
It worked, and it tracks, and it worked.
Yeah.
A little bit, because then he woke up.
Yeah. He came.
Should have took his phone.
Yeah.
As the boys are trying to figure out their current situation, so are the 7. A-Train decided to see Nathan, his brother, who was crippled by Blue Hawk. Nothing came of it. Just more stupid A-Train doing more harm than good and not listening. Deep and Ashley are cornered by Homelander having to answer to how they lost Maeve. Once Homelander confronts Black Noir about knowing who his real father was, he decides to rip out a chunk of his stomach organs. He then forces the Deep to kill VP prospect Lamar Bishop and makes Ashley take off her wig, exposing her bald scalp from her hair pulling, which was so sad.
Yeah.
I felt so bad. The only time I ever felt bad for Ashley was in this moment when she was like, I was like, ooh.
For me, it was that, and seeing that she had an assistant also named Ashley, I was like, oh, the disrespect that's coming.
Have you seen the credits? Her name is actually also Ashley.
No.
It's literally it says also Ashley. Yes, Ashley? Yes, Ashley. It makes me want to get an assistant named Jessica. He shows disdain to A-Train for killing a fellow Soup just like 5 minutes after he killed Black Noir.
Yo, the gaslighting is incredible. That's his superpower.
At first, I was like, oh, it's because him and Black Noir are both black. And then I was like, no, it's because he just killed a Soup literally 5 minutes ago and they had the nerve to be like, how dare you kill
a white Soup? How dare he?
How dare you? A racist white Soup? Yeah. Oh no, what are you gonna do? Starlight picks up Huey and reconvenes with the rest of the boys for a plan. They decide to stop Soldier Boy, and though Maeve found them, Maeve can't stand to see Homelander free. So she tosses the Russian gas out the window, most likely killing a ton of people, and breaks Mother Milk's gun and sides with Butcher to use Soldier Boy to kill Homelander. The room is completely divided now. Soldier Boy, Butcher, and Maeve go off to kill Homelander before locking the rest of the gang in an easy-to-break safe.
It wasn't that easy.
Clearly it was. 1, 2, 3, and Kimiko and Starlight have knocked over the door. I was like, that safe was... Also, yeah, it's like, she can't use her powers, but I think she's still strong, Starlight.
Starlight?
So
it looks like it, yeah. Because I didn't see Kimiko helping break the door.
Yeah, she wasn't. It was mainly just her.
Yeah.
Which, Kimiko. Your power is... No, I meant like, your power is literally just strength, and you did not help.
Yeah. She's chilling.
She said, nah, we gotta sit here like it's a prison. Once they reach the Vought Tower, we get a Soldier Boy versus Butcher, Maeve versus Homelander, all because Soldier Boy knocked out Ryan. The rest of the gang jumps in to help. Ultimately, they recognize getting rid of Soldier Boy is the best and only option because he's about to kill everyone by imploding. And sweet, sweet Maeve tackles him out a window, exploding mid-air. Don't fret, because Maeve survives, powerless, but with the love of her life, Elena. Homelander has Ryan now, Butcher is dying from Temp Compound V, Starlight is now part of the boys, and Victoria Newman is the new VP running mate.
Ooh, what a finale.
What a weird finale. But what I do like about this show that Marvel doesn't do, which I understand maybe why, is that it's so open-ended that they have time to listen to the audience, listen to the fans, what they want. Because there was a lot of that talk, like Dashiell said, about Stormfront being the actual mom, but that we didn't see this season. So they could add that part in next season. They can be like, that's a good idea. And then like write it in. So
yeah, I like that open-endedness too.
Yeah, I need it also. It's a breath of fresh air to be like, oh, it could go anywhere now.
Yeah.
And it also got renewed for a 4th season.
Oh,
it just got renewed for
sweet, happy day.
Can't wait to see the racist child. Oh, we got some ads for you coming right now. There's a certain confidence that comes with being properly groomed. There's an aura, a vibe. You can just tell by the way they carry themselves. We call this BGE, Big Groomed Energy, baby. And there's only one way to get that BGE, and that's Manscaped. We'd like to introduce you to their best and biggest ultimate hygiene bundle yet, the Platinum Package 4.0. Manscaped is the leader in below-the-waist grooming. Now trust them with the rest. Join the 4 million men worldwide who trust Manscaped by going to manscaped.com for 20% off and free shipping when you use the code UNDERGROUND. Sometimes the host of The Boys Underground, Tommy Bechtold, is an avid user of the Manscaped Platinum Package. He claims he needs to be sleek for when his past catches up to him.
Whatever that means.
Can you tell Tommy wrote this? Inside this Platinum Package, you'll find their Lawnmower 4.0 trimmer, Weed Whacker, ear and nose hair trimmer, Ultra Premium Body Wash, Ultra Premium 2-in-1 shampoo, conditioner, Ultra Premium deodorant, Crop Preserver anti-chafing ball deodorant, Crop Reviver ball spray, toner, anti-chafing boxers, and the Shed travel bag to hold your goods while traveling. I actually have that bag and I carry everything in it. It's huge. It's a huge bag.
Oh.
Anyone can use Manscaped. I love Manscaped because it also has great cuticle care.
Nice. And we all got cuticles.
And we all got and you guys all got cuticles. The Lawnmower 4.0 body trimmer, Weed Whacker nose and hair trimmer feature proprietary advanced skin-safe technology to protect your delicate parts and holes. Both are waterproof so you can shave with less mess. Get 20% off and free shipping with the code UNDERGROUND at manscaped.com. That's 20% off with free shipping at manscaped.com and use code UNDERGROUND. Unlock your big groomed energy with Manscaped. And remember, when you trim the hedges, the tree stands taller. Ding.
Don't scorch the earth, though.
Don't scorch the earth. Oh, don't scorch the earth now. Don't scorch the earth now. Let's get into our missable details. The title of the episode is The Instant White Hot Wild, which is Volume 6, Issue 38 of the comics. In the comic, it follows the origins of the female, who in our series is Kimiko, who as a child fell into a vat of Compound V waste and killed a scientist, was captured and experimented on later to be saved by Butcher and team up with the boys. We get a glimpse of the divided line between Starlight, the Starlighters, and Homelander, Home Teamers. Starlight posters framing her as 40s, 50s icon Rosie the Riveter, Believe Starlight, Fight Like a Girl, and some Homelander banners reading, Sorry Snowflake, I'm with Homelander, Keep America Safe. This is like many other moments in the show where they're mirroring reality. Mm-hmm. I bet you're wondering what that gross mixture Soldier Boy just made. It's Milk Coke. I like to call it a fancy man's root beer float. Milk and Coca-Cola mixed together allegedly cures a hangover, but I highly doubt it. I think it's like how like milk can save a tooth. Like it's just an old wise tale.
Or it gets you to vomit the hangover out.
Oh, maybe. Well, does he vomit?
No, he doesn't. Yeah,
does
you're
he
right.
really? Mm-hmm. It costs Frenchie 3 Bugattis to get 1 dose of Novichok. Bugatti can start as low as $3 million, so that's an insane price. He follows it with also mentioning that he got it from like Starlight's like bank account, so
Oh,
it's okay.
I did miss that detail.
Yeah, it's okay. She deserves it. With that money she's making from bots, she's fine. While Black Noir is feeling like he's about to storm the beaches of Normandy, to the left we see the 7 poster with yours truly and Homelander. A power couple? Sure, why not? That is until 3 minutes later. We get a perfect shot of not only Vought Petroleum, of course they also own gas, but A-Train Smooth Menthol cigarettes. When will he be stopped? They also have Vodify for some cool music later on. Huey seems to be infatuated with pizza rolls, even bringing it up to Starlight in the car later. This is a callback to season 1, episode 3, where Huey screams at his dad, exclaiming, "How much I hate pizza rolls," because it reminds him of his father and how much of a loser he was after his mom left. Later we find out it didn't make him a loser at all, but his hero for staying and just being there. According to Soulja Boy, the Soulja Boy story almost beat An American in Paris for Best Picture at the Academy Awards, which I highly doubt. First off, An American in Paris won 6 Academy Awards that year. The plus side, he got to slam Jane Wyman in the coat check. Jane Wyman was a famous actress and was briefly married to Ronald Reagan. Ooh. The Deep killing Lamar Bishop is supposedly the first time we've seen the Deep kill anyone. When I say anyone, I mean people, because he certainly killed the dolphins in season 1, episode 4, organizes the whale's boating death in season 2, episode 3, and eats an octopus this season. That's right, gang. They are destroying Cameron Coleman's news desk in this shot. He's gonna have to find a new place to work. We're getting a flying Starlight in the comics. Starlight can fly. This is our first time seeing her do it in the show, or at least hover if you want to. I don't think I want to consider this flying, but she's
on her way.
She's going
baby steps.
She's doing Iron Man when he like the baby steps.
I like it.
It's baby steps. I think she just needs a lot of energy to be able to do that, and it's like, where are you going to get that much energy? It's clearly electricity, not the sun, so it's like,
yeah,
you got to be in another new studio. Or a football game.
Yeah, they got bright Friday night lights pumping in there.
Oh, she would be.
Get her to Texas. They love Friday night football.
Oh, that's true. They love the lights are bright. Vought News is covering Maeve's courageous sacrifice stopping Soulja Boy, and at the bottom of the screen reads, "Kremlin denies any knowledge, denounces act of terror." Season 3, episode 4, Nina used her leverage connections with Russia to find the lab in which Soulja Boy was hidden. Clearly, they're backpedaling in Russia right now. The pendant Butcher is holding is the same pendant he gave Ryan in season 2, episode 8. Then later Ryan threw on the ground in season 3, episode 3. In case you don't remember, that's Maeve's ex-girlfriend Elena, who was last saw in season 2, episode 7. They've rekindled. Yay. A down Soulja Boy statue is toppled over by Homelander supporters. Just like the beginning of season 3. This is how we start season 3, is the 7 movie with that same statue tumbled over. We love a callback. Also, Todd is the worst stepdad to ever live. I hate him. Someone punch a hole through him. Todd is the literal worst.
Yeah, Mother's Milk, round that up. Another one. We need another one.
Up. Is she still with him?
It looks like it.
She's still with him.
Yeah.
I'm glad. That's why I'm happy with that Mother's Milk explaining to his daughter, like, some heroes are bad. And she was like, "You're my only hero, Daddy." I was like, good. So now when Todd tries to brainwash you again, you're going to be like, "My dad's the hero." My dad's the hero. Okay, now it's time for our big questions to get into. So number one big question, at least for me, did Homelander really kill Black Noir? He survived his head being split open, but not his organs being shifted a little? A little.
Guts yanked out.
Nah, it's just a little. It's a little scrape.
Rub some dirt on it, walk it off, you'll be fine.
Spit on it. Do you think he's actually dead?
That's a real good question, because it did look like it. And then Homelander brought in his helmet to show A-Train and the Deep that he was gone. And Soulja Boy bought it. He was like, "Oh, well, okay, cool. You killed him," and he had reason to, because he kept the knowledge of Soulja Boy from Homelander. So there was definitely motive. But yeah, you're right. We didn't see. I mean, we did see him. We saw the animated visions fade out.
It didn't really fade. It backed away.
It faded to black.
Oh, did it? Okay.
Yeah.
Either way, though, just because you go unconscious doesn't mean
you're dead.
You can't wake up.
That's true.
And I also think the way that Homelander came off about it, like, "I killed him," was more so like, "Okay, let me see the body." Like, no one asked to see the body, because I think that punch in the stomach was out of just anger for him not telling him. But because he straight up said, Black Noir was more family than all of you. He was better than all of you put together. You guys are nothing. I think he still loves Black Noir. So I think that punch in the stomach was just out of anger, because he would have actually like ripped his head off. Yeah. He would have been like, "I know how to actually kill you."
That's a good point. Yeah.
So I'm like,
so he might still be around.
He might still be around. It might take him forever to heal. I mean, it took him a grip for the coma to get out of the coma, but I'm sure with like more Compound V or with just technology, they could heal him and he could still actually be alive. I just need to see that dead body, because if you're unconscious, you can just take a helmet off someone.
True.
And it definitely makes it look like you killed him, but I don't think he's dead. like the MCU, no one's ever really dead, you know? Like,
Loki's died like 700 times.
Loki's a freaking cat at this point. No one ever dies. So I agree. I don't think Black Noir is dead.
Okay.
What does this mean? Second question. What does this mean for Victoria Newman? Will she be running for president? What's her end goal here?
I think her goal is power. She wants to be
Just
the new
power?
Stan Edgar, but like president of the United States.
It's clear that she's running for VP and then someone's gonna kill. Or
Right.
so, no, he's just gonna disappear, die accidentally.
Head pop,
Bob
you know,
Singer.
whatever.
Oh yeah, his head just explodes. Oh my God, it is.
Right, it is her, yeah.
She's clearly running for something else, gunning for something else. Do you think she's still working for Stan Edgar?
It's hard to say. I'm confused as to where Stan Edgar is. Like, they just kind of sent him off, like, in the middle of the season.
I think he's just on vacation because he got, during the whole trial kind of thing, he didn't get, like, fired per se. He just had to leave. So I think he's on, like, a temp ban, like a leave. So he'll come back eventually, but it's only when, like, it's good to come back for him. So I think he's just, like, standing on the shadows, but I'm also, like, stuck on Victoria Newman being like, I'm doing this for you, I'm helping you, and I'm like,
Helping Edgar or helping Homelander?
she said she was doing this for Edgar. When he was getting arrested, she like whispered to him and was like, I need to protect my daughter and I'm trying to protect you or like help you. So I think clearly she's like maybe picking up where he left off because he was trying to get Bob Singer to get the Compound V and pay more money for it. So maybe she's trying to make more soups.
Maybe. I mean, she turned her daughter into a soup.
Yeah, I think she turned her daughter to a soup just to protect her when she does become president if she dies. Like she's like, you can protect yourself because they're gonna try to kill all of you, like Marie Antoinette style. Like they're gonna kill everyone she associates with too.
Yeah.
There's gonna another coup.
Offs with everyone's heads.
Off. Oh yeah, this is a. She is gonna off people's heads. I just don't. I'm more confused at like. Yeah, she just has to be for power at this point. It's like, is this really a battle worth fighting for?
Yeah.
Like,
because being VP wouldn't protect her any more or less from Homelander. He can just bust in anywhere and do whatever, especially now that he's lasering people's heads in public and has his crowd of people cheering him on. So yeah, I think this is a power grab. I think Victoria Newman is positioning herself to be one of the most powerful people in the world politically.
Yeah.
And that'll keep Soups at bay because, you know, you kill the president, that's the symbol, vice president, that's the symbol of America.
Do you remember, did you watch Peacemaker?
No.
Oh, it's okay.
I do love John Cena, but I haven't watched it.
Well, in Peacemaker, the aliens that came from a different planet were coming to Earth and taking it over because they just needed a new planet to take over, and they were doing it by taking over politicians and like different people that were important.
They were coming to Earth to do that? Earth is so ghetto, though.
Hey, we are. We are. We're very dirty and we're dying. We're a dying star, you guys. So ghetto. That's what they said when they drove by. They're like, roll them up.
Right.
They said,
we're going to gentrify this planet.
Yeah, we're gonna come over, and honestly, for the best, this entire planet. So I think that was like the same situation here. Is like once you get a soup in the door, all hell break loose, right? Like, and Victoria Newman isn't a good person. I don't care how much she's like, I'm doing this for my daughter. I'm like, yeah, you're killing innocent lives.
She's about self-preservation.
Yeah, she's about self-preservation, and that's what I don't stand for. I don't like that, and I don't trust that. Third question. Speaking of Homelander zapping people in public now, who's gonna finally take down Homelander? This entire season, I have been saying, this entire season, oh my God, it fell into my shirt. This entire season, I've wanted Homelander dead. I said, oh, it's gonna be a crazy fourth season when Homelander's gone. He ain't gone.
Nope.
If anything, we got a second one. we got a second
Homelander in training.
I'm so mad. I'm mad, but that again, you guys, that is how you know it's good storytelling or it's a good show, is how mad it makes you.
Yeah.
How you feel. Remember Game of Thrones? How mad Cersei made all of us? It was because it was good. It was a good show, just like this one. I'm like, just kill him, kill him. So who's gonna take him down? Is it gonna be Ryan? Victoria Newman? The boys?
See, I don't know if Victoria Newman could get a shot off. She would have to like sneak around real quick, kind of like the guy that Soldier Boy killed in the woods, the dude who looks in your eyes and like gives you dreams.
Yes, mind. I always say mind freak.
That might be his name.
It's oh my gosh, I know who you're talking about.
Yeah.
Though. Yeah, keep going.
What?
Yeah, it's Mindstorm.
Mindstorm, yeah.
Mind freak. I like mind freak more, Dashel. Thank you.
Freakazoid.
You talking about Chris Angel?
Yeah, that's the one.
I really think, and I think the audience agrees, that it's gonna be Ryan. Ryan is the only person now at this point. If Butcher takes more Compound V, I'm gonna strike him myself. I will jump through that screen. I think he's done. I think he's done taking the Compound V now.
Well, Huey pocketed some in that moment where he pushed up the things for Starlight. He did. So there's some still floating around somewhere.
The thing is, again, you guys, are people ever really dead? Because in the fourth season, we could see. I honestly think his saving grace, Butcher's, is the permanent Compound V now at this point. So in the next season, maybe we get the permanent soup that is Butcher. And that man can go against Homelander.
Yeah.
But right now, it's just Ryan. It is just Ryan, to me.
Hey, unless they unearth some other frozen soups from back in the day.
Please stop. I don't think the boys are now clearly going after Victoria Newman. And also, we could see a disappeared Homelander next season, because I'm not saying this is a good idea, but sometimes you got to give a maniac like something to love, and his thing to love is Ryan. So maybe he'll treat Ryan like a little cat.
He treated him like a pawn because he brought him in to show him to Soldier Boy and be like, hey, chill out. You got a grandson.
The track record of how he uses his son is so bad, because also with Stormfront, it was just like, Stormfront, look, I have a baby. And he's blonde and blue-eyed. And then here it's like, I need to use you to show my dad that I'm worth something.
Right.
But then okay, so if you guys hate Ryan as much as I do, go back to season 3, episode 3, where Butcher literally goes off on him and tells him, like, you killed Becca and you're nothing but trash. Because the hurt in that child's eyes, we need to remember he is still a child. No wonder he lost his dad, he lost his mom, and the only man that loves him is Homelander. Or it seems, you're a child, yeah. You think this man, and he's like, all he cares about is like, we're soups. We do this. I'm not saying I'm on Ryan's side or Homelander's. I'm just saying it makes it understandable. They did a good job of making it show that why he would be on his side.
Yeah, it's an imperfect family. They need each other, or they need similar people to themselves, even though it's a terrible fitting. You know, Ryan should be with Butcher and the boys, because that'd be a better father.
But Butcher's a horrible dad.
Yes, but he has glimpses of saving and helping people he cares about. When he punched Huey in the bathroom to keep him out of harm's way, because he reminds him of Lenny, his little brother from back in the day.
That's true. He just punches the shit out of Ryan. He's like, I'm doing this for you. But then that's the thing. I think Ryan, it's a double-edged sword raising Ryan at this point. Aunt Grace was the best he could get. And he got taken from that, because now he's going to be raised in a bubble to think that these people that are Homelander supporters are good people, and then he's going to be, or he would have been raised with Butcher, who would have left him behind a million times to deal with his own shit. Maybe. I don't think Butcher cursed him out in season 3, episode 3, just because he didn't want Butcher to leave. He smelled the weird blood on Butcher. He knew something was weird, and Butcher was like, you killed Becca and you're a piece of shit. I was like, okay, it's a child. Yeah. It's still a child. Give him the mother's milk. Mother's milk would be a great dad.
Stepdad.
Honestly. And then be like, you come with me too. Right. Todd, go off.
Right. Little mother.
But yeah, ultimately, I think it's going to be Ryan. I don't think Victoria Newman is going to even try to talk with Homelander anymore. I think the boys and Victoria Newman are what we're looking for towards the 4th season. What's next? What's next for the Deep?
He's going to be jellyfish next season. Jellyfish, Krakens. He's a weird man.
The Deep is almost as comical and stupid as A-Train. I like A-Train more than the Deep, because the Deep is just literally like the dumbest follower.
And just the worst type of dude, bro. He started off the show with sexual assault.
Yeah, he's a horrible person.
So we've hated him from the jump for good reason. Yeah. And he's not. Now they're trying to make him goofy and laughable by having sex with sea animals.
But then that's still bad. He's still having sex with sea animals.
Yeah, that's still bestiality. Yeah,
so
that's still bad.
There's nothing good. Again, my missable details. He's killed a lot of animals. and now he has committed treason by killing a VP. But I don't know. You think he's gonna stay in the 7?
I think so. I think he's going to remain a pawn of Homelander, to stay in the good graces.
You think Homelander? Do you think? Okay, so who do we have in the 7 right now? Black Noir is dead.
Dead. Right.
So let's say
A-Train,
the Deep, Homelander.
Yeah.
That's 3 out of the 7.
So they got to do some recruiting.
They got to get four additional people. And what's your chance that you think he's going to try to get Ryan? They're going to try to build a young Avengers. They're going to try building a young, because Stan Edgar is still gone. Ashley only reads Homelander. So, and if we're following kind of what the Marvel or DC do, they're probably going to make a younger version team of Supes, and Ryan will be the leader of that.
Maybe. Also, the company is tanking because we keep hearing little glimpses of Vought doing really badly. So I think Stan Edgar could come back to save the company because clearly Homelander can't handle it. What
if the new Vought is just the government, and that's what Victoria Newman is doing? Because it's like Stan Edgar's gone, no one cares. Vought Tower is maybe like a little piece. It's a little piece, but the real pie is the world. and it just got blown up by Soulja Boy's explosion. True. Yeah, that's a really good point. So I think it was just like now people are like, oh, that was just like a little bit. Now we want the White House, and it's like, and after the White House, because now I think we can start going along with the comics for Little Nina's storyline where she stages a coup in Russia. So it's like if Victoria Newman works with Little Nina to start a coup in Russia, and then betrays Little Nina by blowing up all those Supes' heads, Victoria Newman now just has Russia too. So, so Victoria Newman could be playing a big game right now.
Sorry, go ahead.
No, I was like, she could just be playing a big game right now.
Yeah, and Vought is tanking in value, so Newman could come in and be like, hey, I'm taking over Vought, and because they were trying to get Supes in the military. There was a conversation that happened earlier in the season, so this could be a kind of integration.
Yes.
Victoria Newman trying to buy Compound V and own Compound V, but as the VP of the country
I liked what Bob Singer was literally, because at the beginning of the season is when Bob Singer was like, we don't need Supes in the army. We saw what Black Noir did at the Hard Rock Cafe or whatever, the Rainforest Cafe. He was like, that should be brought up on war crimes. So it's like, I hope Bob Singer would be like, let's not do it. But I think Victoria Newman's either going to kill him before he says no, or persuade him into doing it. I think she's very persuasive.
Yeah.
I listened to her. Also, the Deep's wife, they've broken up, and she's now on like a tour talking about the book. So the Deep has a book, and now she has a book
called Into Deep.
Into Deep.
I can't.
And I love the if you like the Deep now, you won't like him after this. He's eating Doritos and like a cosmic brownie on his bed. I was like, if they zoom out and there is another fish on his penis, I am going to scream.
Just the whole starfish.
Oh my God. God, the Deep is a horrible person. He's a horrible person.
Yep.
I don't think anyone watching the show is ever like, the Deep's my favorite character.
I hope not. I don't want to talk to those people.
Honestly, not problematic, but a red flag. If you're dating someone and they're like, my favorite character is the Deep, red flag.
Right. If they're like, look at his arms though. He's like, nope. Gotta get him out of there.
Get him out of there. I'm not trying to body shame. He also has gills. Get out of there. I don't body shame, but if you have gills, I'm gonna have to pass. I don't like that. That's weird.
That's not what you're into.
Yeah, I guess I don't want to yuck anyone's yum, but if they have gills, it's probably bestiality. Last and final question. Which honestly kind of ties into what we were talking. Where's Stan Edgar? Is he just hanging out? Is he vacationing?
Oh no, he's just like chilling, laying low, kind of like Nick Fury is chilling with the Skrull.
I can't wait to see him in season 4, literally in Jamaica. Just like chilling in Jamaica. He's literally gonna be like, "Did you get the job done?" And Victoria Newman's gonna be like, "Yes." Yes, I did. Yes, I did.
Oh, so you think this is a whole long con between the two of them?
I think it is a long con now. I think when he first got arrested and like, but kicked out of Vought, wasn't. I think he wasn't aware of the plan, and I feel like it's because Victoria Newman was like, if I showed you the plan, you wouldn't go along with it because it takes away your title. But now you are with it, so let's hang.
Yeah, and he's such a compelling character. He's like a Shakespearean villain. Every time he like shows up, he has this gravitas. Juan Carlo, like he's so good.
I just we talked about this last episode. I am so tired that they don't recognize that the root of the problem is Stan Edgar and not whatever the hell they're thinking. Like the Homelander and Soulja Boy being like, Dad, Father, I have no son, I have no blood. And I'm like, you guys should be angry at Stan Edgar.
And Vought.
Yeah, and Vought. Why are you guys killing Black Noir? Okay, I am honestly just trying also not to kill Black Noir.
He was such
I went like this when he wrote soldier without the E. He was like, we have to kill, Soldier Boy's coming, we have to kill. He spelled it SOLDIR. I said, someone take my baby and help him out. Get him into some classes. I was so sad.
As long as he's been alive too. He messed up Soldier.
If I was in that show, I'd probably be murdered because I'd be like, oh baby, you want to come eat SpaghettiOs at my house? Like I'd be like,
SpaghettiOs.
Baby, I'll take care of you. Oh
the most toxic canned food.
He opens beans, puts them on a plate for imaginary animals.
That's true. That's very true.
Does he?
SpaghettiOs would.
Does he eat?
We haven't seen him. Actually, he hasn't taken off his helmet.
That is also true. Yeah, he does.
Back in the jungle. So.
The biggest thing for me this season or this episode is strictly how Black Noir is completely indefinitely still alive. I am dying on that hill. Yeah. And I do think that everyone's rumors and theories that that Stormfront is the biological mom will come up in season 4. Also, we need to remember so we know that Black Noir, we think he's not dead. That's a big theory.
Yep.
Stormfront being the mom might show up in season 4. I do truly believe that. We still have not seen Huey's mom. Huey's mom left him a long time ago. She just left. We haven't seen anything since of her. What more triggering moment for the boys than to have that woman show up in season 4 in the mix of everything that's happening? Also, we still need to see Victoria Newman's daughter. Yeah. We need to know what power she has, why she even got the compound V in the first place. I know it was to like protect her, but also.
Yeah.
And back to season 2, Cindy, the bald patient that was in the lab, still escaped. And we have not seen her since.
Wow, I haven't thought about her in a minute.
Yeah, there's a lot of still things that are like not plot holes, just we can hold on to these for later.
Yeah.
And that was one of them that I thought she would show up in this season and she didn't. So it's like, or they showed up and they didn't. So I'm like, they could show up in season 4 and raise hell.
Yeah.
Raise hell.
Yeah, they could be part of that kind of Young Avengers, Young Soups thing, because they were young kind of bald patients, almost like 11 in them in Stranger Things, just like a facility full of Soups who were just being kept kind of prisoner but under watch.
Yeah, 100%. The Young Avenger idea for the boys is such a horrible idea because I don't know about you guys, but a lot of child brain stuff is like just being around other children, which Ryan has not been around.
Yeah.
So he's only been around adults. So when he finally meets other Soup children, he's gonna be like, give me that toy. Like, blow their heads off.
Yeah.
Also, so there's 2 ways this could go. He either kills a bunch of kids when they're trying to build another team, or Homelander does get tired of him, and then he ends up at the orphanage that other Soup children are at.
Yeah, I could fully see Homelander being like, ew, you're annoying. You eat every day? Get away from me.
That's the thing is like, I'm not rooting for Homelander when I say this. When Soldier Boy confronted him and was like, you would have been better if you were raised by me.
Yeah.
You suck ass.
You're a disappointment.
I think that really hit something in him that was like, I want to raise my child the exact opposite as that man would. So he's going to overly coddle, be overly sweet, overly sympathetic. Clearly we saw in the episode where they throw the can, which if you zoom in, I think is an A-Train energy drink can that he did with in the episode where they make fun of Kylie Jenner. The Pepsi commercial.
Yes.
I think that's A-Train's beverage that gets thrown at Ryan's head.
Oh, yeah.
I kept zooming in and I was like, is that a Pepsi can? And then I was like, oh,
that's a good misdetail.
Yeah, I didn't put it in the misdetails just in case it was, but I'm pretty sure it
was blue, yeah.
It was blue. I think it's A-Train.
So a couple things. I agree that it would be a bad idea to do a kind of Young Soups initiative in the boys because the Soups we have who are fully adults are childlike and immature themselves. Yeah, Hero-gasm and everything. And then also, what was I going to say? Ryan becoming a Soup. Yeah, he just needs his ass kicked by another Soup kid.
Maybe that is it.
Yeah.
But then it's also, what I'm nervous about is them bullying him by accident.
That's true. And him getting worse.
And him getting worse.
That's what I was going to say.
But if they could just knock a few senses into him.
Yeah. Sometimes some people just need to get punched one good time to act right.
Yeah, and also not to be this person and I don't condone violence, especially to children, but when I got smacked in the back of the head, I stopped.
You act right, yeah.
I said, whoop.
Yeah, it only took a couple times for me to act right. But so in terms of fathers, so Homelander kind of being like, I want to raise Ryan right because so that I'm not what Soldier Boy was. Remember, Soldier Boy had that conversation with Butcher, and they were talking about their fathers. And Soldier Boy was like, my dad called me a disappointment. He said I cheated by getting Compound V or whatever, and I'm not a real man. So I always wanted to have kids. I probably have kids out there, but I always wanted to be a father so I could do better than him. But then when he got the chance to, talking to Homelander, he said the exact same shit that his father said to him. So even though he had the best of intentions of being a better father than his own father, he still was, you know.
No, he's exuding what his dad was.
Right.
And that's what it is. At the end of the day, even if you hate them, you're probably
gonna do the same shit
imitating
that they
the same
did.
thing that they
Even
did.
if you have every intention to not do the same awful stuff. So I think Homelander will, unfortunately, do similar things. He's gonna do stuff that Stan Edgar did to him, just be manipulative to Ryan, which he already
100%.
has been, and you know, put all of his insecurities onto Ryan. So this is definitely not a good pairing. CPS got to come take Ryan away from Homelander.
No one in this show is a good father. Also, what you said made me immediately go to
Mother's Milk.
Except for Mother's Milk.
Except for Mother's
Mother's Milk
Hey,
is the only good
Chaz Alonso, you're doing the Lord's work. You a good father. We appreciate
I
you.
love him, and he is a good dad. I always keep, because there's so many bad things in this, I forget that the light at the end of the tunnel is Mother's Milk. He definitely has other kids. And I hope we don't get to see them.
does?
A Soldier Boy.
Oh, okay.
Soldier Boy.
I thought you meant
Soulja
Mother's
Boy.
Milk. I thought you were still talking about Mother's Milk.
Mother's Milk has other kids. No, Soldier Boy. Soldier Boy absolutely has other kids.
Probably.
That line that he said, he's like, I probably have a lot of rascals running around. I was like, oh, they acknowledged it. Like,
Yeah, they left the door open.
Yeah. I also, no offense, but he lies clearly. When we see that flashback of him liberating.
Like, was it Normandy or something like that?
Yeah, liberating people. I was like, okay, he probably showed up a week afterwards or just had it staged. So
And they confirmed it.
Yeah, and he's probably lying about how many times he's had sex with people. I don't think he's had sex with everybody, but if he did, there's definitely miniature versions. There's Homelander brothers everywhere, brothers and sisters. But I don't think we're gonna get that in season 4. That'd be so much to hit. We still have Russia, we still have Little Nina, we still have Victoria Newman, we still have Stan Edgar, we still have a dead suit Black Noir. I just don't know. Maybe. He ain't dead. He ain't dead. But I think that's so much that's going to hit in season 4 going forward. And also, I'll be doing a breakdown of the entire season and going into where the franchise will lead. So,
Sweet.
yeah, it's going to be great. On to our kill count with Erik.
Okay, here we go. First kills are Maeve's when she breaks out of her prisoner transport, killing an anesthesiologist, the driver, and 3 armed guards. Homelander punches through our baby boy Black Noir, R.I.P. Maybe. The Deep kills VP in the pool. Kimiko kills 5 Vault guards, and Homelander zaps a guy who throws a can at Ryan. So that makes our totals. Maeve with 5 kills, Kimiko with 5 kills, The Deep with at least 1 kill, and Homelander with 2 kills. For a total of 13 kills this episode. Now, shout out to a Charon Goddess on Twitter, who requested a complete kill count for this entire season. You know I got you. So, adding up the 13 from the season finale, and all the previous episodes, the kill count for this season of The Boys is 85 kills.
Ooh, a cool 85. I think that's still an A. I've been out of school for 10 years. Does it show? And also, did I ever get an A? I'm used to getting 63. So, you guys, that is a lot of kills. That's a phenomenal amount of numbers. You might not think it's a lot of numbers, but if we saw 85, that means there's 400 off screen.
At least.
At least.
Unconfirmed kills.
Also, we're not acknowledging it, and they better acknowledge it in season 4. Maeve throwing that nerve gas.
Oh, she probably impaled somebody.
Impaled, went off, kills 14 people. Like,
Yeah.
I'm sure Maeve has actually killed like 32 people this episode. And that is it for our Boys Underground After Show, you guys. Follow me on Twitter and Instagram and everywhere as Lulu Clemens. Follow Erik Owusu. What's your handle?
At Owusu Kid.
At Owusu Kid. Follow new Rockstars everywhere. Hit that like notification bell. Make sure you follow us on all platforms. Check out our merch options. They're great. And keep an eye out for this weekend. We have a lot of breakdowns for Thor Love and Thunder by Erik and Voss. We have our Stranger Things 2 breakdown from Whitney Van Laningham. And next week you'll get my entire season 3 wrap. Very short season 3 wrap. What we can expect in the franchise. This for season 4 of The Boys. Can't wait to give that to you. Have a nice night. Don't be too mean to children because you saw this episode like me. I texted my nephew and I said, you're the exact same age as Ryan. I gotta fight you.
Or I love you, good night.
Or I love you, good night. If Julius, if you're watching this, square up, baby. Have a nice night, you guys. Bye.